feel like if I just start wearing long sleeve button-up shirts, then I'll finally get autumn to start coming in to the south where it is hot year-round. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm going to be sharing with you my autumn TBR. I tried to do monthly TBRs, it just doesn't work. I just can't make myself stick to a TBR for a whole month. I tried to do that for a little bit, then I stopped and took a break, then I tried to bring it back. It just doesn't work. I can't do it. So I am just making a list of seasonal TBRs now, of just books that fit the mood of the season. So today I'm going to be talking about the books that I want to read during the cool and spooky months of September, October, and November. Fall time is just such a great season. It's my favorite season personally because it has my birthday, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and just in general, the season is cool and crisp and the leaves are changing, so I feel a deep connection with like the forest and the woods. I just feel like there's a mystical aspect of fall. So around this time of year, it's great to read dark fantasy and mystery and magic because that is some of the aspects that fit with the changing of the season. So let's get on to the books that I'm going to be reading. The first book is Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling about a girl named Yiva who has to hunt down this beast who has stolen her father away. I don't really know much about this book. The cover I think is really pretty. Really screams a fall and winter type of read with, you know, magical fantasy and being outdoors in the woods. So I'm really excited to read this book. Next up is Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This book is the second book in the Caravel series. Fall is the time of year where the circus and carnivals start to come around. There's all sorts of events that take place, and this series is about a magical carnival called Caravel, and it follows two sisters, Donatella and Scarlet. The first book followed Scarlet on her adventure through Caravel. This book follows Donatella, the other sister, and she has to go through Caravel and discover who the secret identity of the master legend of the show is. I've really enjoyed the series and I can't wait to continue with it by reading this book. It's just perfect for this time of year. It's a dark fantasy mystery with lots of magic and a spooky carnival. And next on my list is a series that I would really like to binge this year, and that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien, and that includes the first book, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. And along with this, I'm also going to be reading The Hobbit and The Silmarillion. Tolkien is one of my favorite authors, and this trilogy and all of the additional works are some of my favorite reads ever. I just don't think we will ever get a fantasy series as epic as Lord of the Rings. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this novel because you guys have heard me speak about this series so much before on my channel, and that is City of Ashes and the rest of the Mortal Instruments series. I have said as one of my goals for this year was to read the entire Mortal Instruments series, so I need to start the second book and try and read this series before Queen of Air and Darkness comes out. That's all I'm going to say about it because I've just talked about it so much. You guys just know, like, you know it's an in-progress thing. Next, I want to pick up Lost Mars, The Golden Age of the Red Planet. This is a collection of 20th century short stories about the red planet of Mars. They're sci-fi stories, and the two most notable authors in this book are H.G. Wells and Ray Bradbury. I particularly love retro sci-fi, especially from the 1950s and onward, where we didn't really know too much about space and how space worked. The next book is one that I'm really excited to pick up, and I will definitely be picking this up around Halloween, and that is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. It is about a boy named Nobody who is abandoned as a baby in a graveyard. So he is raised by ghosts, and so this is just different adventures through the graveyard and a mysterious man named Jack who is out for blood. So the ghosts are trying to protect Nobody from Jack, and I'm really looking forward to this book. It sounds super spooky and creepy, and that's just what I want for a Halloween book because Halloween is my favorite holiday. The next two books are part of a series that I've talked about a lot on this channel, and that is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas and Kingdom of Ash. They're both on my TBR. Even though I don't have one right now, I still have Tower of Dawn that I really need to get to before Kingdom of Ash comes out in another month. It feels so close, but yet so far away right now. It's weird, but I really need to read Tower of Dawn before then. I am in the camp that likes Kale. I don't think he's a bad character. I do believe he had some development where he went through a phase of not accepting things and not really liking things. So he's had some issues socially, but I believe that he's come around and he is a good hero, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book about him. And then of course, Kingdom of Ash. Oh man, I just don't even know what I'm gonna do, how I'm going to live life after I finish this book. It's going to just crush my soul. It's going to destroy me. and you guys are going to get to see it in real time because I'm going to make a reading vlog for that. And the last book is actually a classic, and that is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. This is the beautiful leather-bound edition from Barnes & Noble. It actually still has the price tag on it. This book is a classic that I've actually not read yet. It doesn't really give me a Halloween vibe as much as it does just a spooky autumn vibe. This, of course, is a classic about a man who has basically split personalities, but they're amplified to where he becomes someone else. Super excited to read this. I've had this for almost a year and have not read it, so I felt like it is time to read this. It is autumn. I'm really trying to read more classics. I haven't been doing very good with that. I've neglected my classics book club on Goodreads, so if you were part of that at one point, I'm sorry if I haven't updated it in forever. Probably won't update it anymore, but I am still trying to read classics, and I think that it is important to read classic literature, and I hope this book will be really good and that I enjoy it. Those are the books on my autumn TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love to hear what books you want to read this fall, and if you've read any of these books or you want to hear my thoughts on these books, please let me know down in the comments. And as always, please hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and you can also follow me on my social media. I'm always active on my Instagram and my Twitter, of course. That's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you with a new video really soon. Bye.